The moment Amber looked into my eyes and, without a flicker of guilt, said he meant more to her than I ever could. I didn't shout. I didn't break. No slamming fists. No dramatic exit. Just stillness. I stood there, numb, motionless, a man made of stone, staring at the same woman who once curled up beside me, whispering dreams under moonlight, now standing shoulder to shoulder with the man whose grin had always made my skin crawl. She looked at me like I was an outdated book she'd long since finished. And when she calmly told me to apologize to him, then announced it was over, something inside me shifted. Not pain, not rage, just silence. A deep, eerie calm, like the kind that hangs in the air just after a thunderstorm. We were married for 3 years. Spent 6 years together, building a life. It wasn't perfect, but it was ours. There was music in our mess. There was laughter in our imperfections. And I believed in that. I believed in us. Then came Eli, her best friend, the kind of man who lingered too long when he hugged her, who watched her mouth when she spoke, not her eyes. I noticed. Of course I did. But I said nothing. I didn't want to be that guy, the jealous, insecure husband. So I swallowed my suspicions over and over. But betrayal has a scent. It hangs in the air like spoiled fruit. It wasn't one moment that broke me. It was a slow, relentless drip of lies. A laptop that always seemed to snap shut when I walked in. Secretive late-night whispers. A new passcode on her phone. An expensive hotel charge waved off as an error. A bracelet she claimed was a joke gift from him, matching his, of course. Still, I said nothing. Just kept bleeding quietly. Trying to trust. Trying to believe. The dam finally broke during a routine argument. Somewhere between raised voices and dead stares, I turned and looked at Eli. That smug, nauseating smirk. She already chose me, he said. And she had. Without shame, without hesitation, standing next to him like I was some uninvited guest in my own life. That night I left. No drama, no last words, just silence. Left the house, left the keys, left her, and for days I gave her nothing but that silence. She called, texted, cried outside my apartment, but silence has its own language, and mine spoke clearly. While she unraveled, I planned, quietly, coldly. A friend at her bank told me she'd been transferring money into a private account for months, over $18,000. She had a getaway plan long before our last fight, but she didn't expect me to walk away. She fed her friends lies, that I was unstable, possessive, paranoid. I let the story grow. It worked in my favor. Then came Eli, real estate agent. Grinning fraud. Years ago, he'd swindled me in a property deal. Cost me thousands. I'd reported him anonymously back then, and his career took a hit. He never knew I was the one who pulled the strings. Now he was back, this time in my kitchen, in my bed. This wasn't just betrayal. This was war. I started gathering evidence. Her secret account? Easy. Her passwords hadn't changed in years. I traced every transaction, every message, every receipt. Labeled it all into a folder I named Trust. Then I went after Eli. With the help of a property lawyer, I knew. I posed as a buyer. He walked right into the trap. Again, doctored contracts, fake appraisals, fabricated listings. I recorded it all. Every single piece of his deception. When I had everything, I released it. No warnings. Just emails to his past victims and to the licensing board. By day 4, Amber was at my door, crying, shaking. I let her in, even offered her a drink. One last act of comfort, not out of love, but closure. Then I gave her the folder. She opened it. Her hands trembled as she read through the contents. Every betrayal exposed. The color drained from her face. I'm not here to ruin you, I said. I just want you to leave. No alimony, no court, just walk away. She nodded, pride gone, dignity shattered, and then she left. Eli called next, loud, furious, threatening lawsuits. I agreed to meet. We sat in a dusty old diner, the kind of place where dreams go to die. I slid a flash drive across the table. Everything you've done, every lie, every victim, 12 cases. It's all here. His face paled. The smirk faded. You'll be lucky, I told him, if you're allowed to sell used furniture after this. Then I leaned in closer. She was never yours. Just a spark looking for gasoline. Now you're both burnt. I left without another word. 6 months later, she's living with her sister. He's jobless, license revoked. And from what I've heard, they've split. Whatever twisted fantasy they tried to build, it crumbled. All that remains is resentment and regret. People still ask how I stayed so calm, how I didn't break, didn't lash out. But vengeance doesn't grow in rage. Rage burns too quickly. True revenge is born in stillness, in focus, in silence. And I found mine the moment she said he meant more to her than I ever could. She was right. To her, he mattered more. To me, he was just another shadow in a life I've already stepped out of. And I don't chase shadows.